As always, we have an important show today, and this is very important, and it's an event coming up here in Bensalem on the 22nd and 23rd of June. It's the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life.
Correct.
And with me today, I have, to my left, we'll start with the co-chair of the event, Maryann Griffin, and you are a volunteer and a supporter, obviously, and do a lot of work on this. And you live in Bensalem.
Yes, I do.
Maryann lives in Bensalem. And to my right, my immediate right, we have Judi. Judi, I believe, is Sims, right?
Yes.
Sims? Yes. You are a cancer survivor.
Yes, I am.
And you also are a volunteer, and we'll talk about all the other work that you do with them, with the American Cancer Society. So I'm waiting to hear these great stories and how blessed you are. And the American Cancer Society obviously has been a big part of your life.
Absolutely.
And to your right, to my extreme right, we have Allison Gill. Allison is the Income Development Representative of the American Cancer Society.
Right.
And working on this event here, am I correct? And on many events.
Yes, you're correct.
And,
this is my first year with Relay, my first year with Bensalem, so I'm very excited.
You don't live in Bensalem, right?
No. I feel like it sometimes, though.
Well, why don't you finish it out? I mean, come on, we could use you here.
I'll think about it.
But welcome
Thank
all
you.
three of you
Thank you.
today.
Thank you for having us.
And this is a big event coming up, and need as much support as we can get for this event. It's at Bensalem High School. Again, it's on the 22nd and 23rd, and we'll go through that event a little bit because there's a whole myriad of things happening from early in the morning going into the 23rd, where the closing, I believe that's the closing,
Yes,
and
correct.
ceremonies and everything. I really want to start with you, Judi.
Okay.
Because I think one of the most important things is that you are a survivor, and I think you told me for 29 years.
Correct. That's right.
So why don't you tell us about that?
Okay. 29 years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 4 Hodgkin's. I went through all my chemo, did everything I had to do, was in remission for 9 months, and it came back a second time. And I had to go through a second bout of chemo. At that time, they wanted to do a bone marrow transplant. I went through all the preliminaries. I walked out and I said, I'm not doing this. In my heart, I knew that I didn't need it. So I was right. I'm still here 29 years later. I feel great. I do great. I've been volunteering for the Relay for Life here in Bensalem this is our 9th year. I have a team. And we're having a great time and we're raising a lot of money.
Well, when you say something about the team, you said you have a team. What's your team?
It's the Earth Angels 3. I have 15 people on my team. It's all family and friends. We do fundraisers. We just have a great time. It's
Good.
the best. Everybody's got to come out and see it because it's an amazing day.
You know, I have to ask you this. 29 years ago, do you believe the technology today is better than what it was 29 years ago?
100%. 100%. I know people that have gone through bone marrow transplants now, and it's nothing like it was 29 years ago. It actually scared me when they talked about it.
And certainly the American Cancer Society, which obviously is behind and supports,
absolutely.
and which all of us support because it's so important to get the job done. And, you know, I'm with the Rotary, and it was always to eradicate polio.
Right.
And polio was a deadly disease, iron lung, if you remember all of that. And today it is almost that. Well, you can get an immunization shot against
Right.
it. The whole world doesn't have it yet. But I hope and pray that that's where we're headed.
I think we are. I
With
see a
that
big
deadly
difference.
disease.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I lost my brother at 72
Yeah.
with cancer. My mom, she was 82. But it's a deadly, deadly disease that we all believe that can be conquered, and we can only do it as a team. And everybody knows I talk about teams win. As a team, to work together, and certainly these are the kind of events that we want everybody to come out to support,
Yes.
and it'll make a big difference. Allison, as your job here, and you're saying you spend a lot of time in Bensalem, tell us a little bit about what you're doing with the American Cancer Society.
Sure. So this is the American Cancer Society's 100th birthday. On May 22nd, we just celebrated. So we're kind of refocusing our programs, and we are working harder than ever to finish the fight. We're really focused on making this cancer's last century. And like you said about polio and all those terrible diseases that we've conquered, it's in sight. We're like moving towards it. I know we're looking for cures, and we're looking for early detection opportunities, and we just, we want to reach for that cure. So it's in sight. It's our 100th birthday. We're really working towards that. So I have a couple of statistics for you about the American Cancer Society. The American Cancer Society is the largest non-government funder of cancer research, investing more than $3.6 billion to find ways to prevent, detect, and treat cancer.
Is that money that's all raised, 3.1 billion?
Yep, $3.6 billion raised through our fundraising events like local Relay for Life.
Okay.
In Bensalem alone, our Relay for Life, last year we raised over $160,000. So
Wow.
it's insane the amount of money that comes out of volunteers just like Maryann and Judi, who work hard with their friends and family to support our cause. This year, we've already raised more than $95,000. So our events, not this weekend, but the following weekend, and I know that we're going to reach our goal and exceed our goal. We already have more than 100 survivors signed up to come to our event, which is fantastic. We love to celebrate our survivors at Relay, so all survivors out there, everyone is welcome to come. This is the invitation right now, right here.
Yeah.
Please come. Join us on June 22nd at 11. That's when our survivor activities will be.
I'm sure they're
at
going to be
Bensalem
there. You're going to
track.
have a big crowd again.
Yeah.
Maryann,
Yes.
certainly we were here last year,
Yes.
and we talked about it. And now I just heard the final number there. That is wonderful.
it's awesome.
That is incredible.
Yes.
We expect to do better this year,
Oh, yeah,
right?
every year we strive to do more.
We
That's-
strive to do
yes,
more.
Yes.
So tell me what you're doing. Tell me, co-chairing this, how are we getting this done?
This year, actually, we're part of what's called the ACS CAN, which is the Cancer Action Network, which is kind of like a sister part of the American Cancer Society Relay for Life. And what that is people come and they join ACS CAN, which is the advocacy side of the American Cancer Society. It's getting the government to help us with funding for more research and for more prevention and for studies and for helping people. And that's what we're actually been chosen to be. It's called the Can Cafe. So we're going to have a little tent with kind of like, cozy little chairs or whatever and coffee, and people can come and sign up to be part of the advocacy part of it. It's like a grassroots part, and it's volunteers. It's a lot of volunteers, just like me or Judi. We sign up. It's $10 a year to be part of it. And then what they do is you'll get emails that will be for your representatives in Harrisburg and Washington, and they will come through like the smoking act. That was one big thing that the ACS CAN did, was for smoking, the breast cancer detection. This year we're pushing a lot that has to do with children under the age of 18 getting in the tanning booths, trying to get that so that you have to be over 18 in order for that to happen. We're still pushing more for the Clean Air Act with the smoking. So a lot of these laws actually get passed by us sending the letters to our representatives. And I actually got the opportunity this year in May, and I actually met with Senator Tomlinson in Harrisburg, and I talked to him for a short while and found out the things that he's trying to do to also help us with getting these laws passed, because it's raising money, but it's also trying to get the laws passed for the prevention, things that we can do to prevent it.
Well, this is nationwide. I mean,
Yes.
Yes.
Worldwide, actually.
It's world, yes.
And it's something so important, and we can do our part here. I need to mention about our Bensalem Economic Development Corporation, who does a golf outing every year, and it's all for charity. And
Yes.
and last year and this year again, they are donating, I believe, $5,000 this year to the cause. So
Oh, wow.
they're raising, and that's Al Googler is the chairman of that committee, who is a businessman, and all of the folks on there are business people that are on that committee, and George Flacco, who helps. He's the executive director. So, I always talk about teams. So this is another way of reaching
Yes.
out, and hopefully other people, get involved in a charity of their own and can help out with that.
We have a lot of community, local involvement. The Bensalem Police, the Motor Patrol, leads off our survivors. We have Cornwall's Fire Company that comes and helps us out for the 24 hours. Lou's Deli helps us out with providing the luncheon for the survivors. So that's what's so good about Bensalem, is the fact that it is a very community-driven.
No question about it.
Community-driven
I always
township.
say we are so fortunate. we talk about volunteers in Bensalem. Actually, when I retired, that's what I did for 4 years before I took on this endeavor. That's what I did. I volunteered, and I loved every minute of it. You know, when you're giving back, and
Right.
there's nothing like it.
Right.
There's nothing
You're
like
absolutely
it.
right.
And you can look into you being a survivor,
Yep.
and you can look at somebody that you're helping
Yep.
because you know what the outcome can be.
I do.
How important is that? I mean, you know, you've been there, you can feel it, you can touch it, you know what it's like.
That's why I'm
And-
doing this.
And that's, you
Yeah,
know that
exactly
that can
why I'm
help
doing it.
other folks out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I congratulate you, Judy.
Thank you so
for,
much,
You
sir.
know, but you know, I'm one of these crazy guys. God's got work for you to do.
He does. He's
Yeah.
not ready for me. And that's what I
Oh,
said.
yeah.
That's what I said.
Absolutely.
here.
When I walked, when I
believe-
walked
no,
out,
seriously.
I said that if God wants me, God can take me.
Yeah.
But he's not ready yet.
No, you got work to do.
Neither do I. Neither am I.
Or he's giving you time to get straightened out. You know? I'm only kidding.
Either way, we'll take it.
Either way. Allison, I'm going to come back to you and give you a few of the closing statements if you'd like to say something about the American Cancer Society. I know we're talking about here in Bensalem. Is there anything people can do? I know we're going to have the phone number up there. We'll have an email address. We'll have everything where they can get in touch with you. But and donations or something to talk
Right,
about that.
sure. I think that what's most important is to come out and support us that day. I think that we like to say that once people come out to relay, they're going to be hooked because it's such a fun day. Overall, it's a great family day. We have activities for the kids all day, and we're all on teams and we fundraise all year long, but certainly we welcome anyone to come that day and get more involved. I think that cancer is something that sadly touches all of us,
Oh,
and
gosh, yes.
it's so easy to kind of feel that connection. And we're always looking for new relayers and new volunteers, and they're why we keep having these events and why we're so successful.
If I could say something, we also fundraise that day. We have 50 teams right now that are registered, and everybody at their campsites do fundraising. My team is raffling off a 40-inch color flat screen television.
Oh,
And
wow.
Everybody's got great prizes out there to win. You know,
Is
just
there
come
still
out
time
and
to
see it.
sign up?
Always,
yep.
certainly
Always.
sign up.
Yeah.
You can sign up online. We're going to put the web
Yeah.
address right on the screen, right?
Yep.
You can sign up online. You can come that day and sign up. We
Or you
encourage
don't have to
survivors
be
to
part of
come.
Right.
Yeah,
You don't even have to be part of relay. You can
You
just
can just
come.
come up.
Just come.
Just come.
Yeah,
Just
it's at
come.
Bensalem High School.
Yes.
It's, at,
Uh,
it's in the stadium.
And it's
yes.
going to start at what?
11 o'clock.
11
on
11
a.m.
On the 22nd. That's a Saturday.
Yep.
So we want everybody to come out there. Maryann, I'm going to give you the last word.
We just, same thing as like Allie said, we just want people to come out and see what the event is all about. If you're a survivor, you can come that morning and sign up and be part of the survivor walk with the rest of the survivors. Join us in a nice luncheon that we provide for the survivors and caregivers, where, as Judi said, that they get together and they all can sit and talk to each other because they've all had it, they've gone through it, and they're supporters of each other. So that's a great thing, is that it's just amazing to watch other survivors hold up other survivors.
Yeah.
You know, and Judy's, as she said, her daughter-in-law is a survivor. Her daughter-in-law also chaired this event for 2 years, and she was still undergoing treatment. So this shows the dedication that people have for this in their
Well,
hearts.
My heart and love goes out to all of you for the great work that you do and how important it is. And this event is a great time to come out, a joyous event.
Yes, it
And-
is.
and
Yes,
come out.
It is.
It's a pleasure to have all of you here today.
Thank
Until
you.
next time, everybody, God bless.